Hi, everybody. I'm getting ready to do my phone interview for the fall program for 2019 for the Disney College program, which is super exciting. I'm freaking out, of course, but I wanted to record this so maybe it could help some other people with what to expect in their interviews. Hope this helps. I've got all Disneyed up. I got my Minnie Mouse earrings in and obviously Disney shirt. I have all my questions laid out in note cards in front of me just in case. I'm probably over prepared, but that's typical for me. At the questions I'm going to ask them, something for the recruiter's name so I can remember that. Got water and a coffee. Got everything here, and I'm going to talk with my headphones just so I can make sure I hear them well, because sometimes I think I'm not going to be able to understand them. Yeah, so now we wait. They can start calling me in 5 minutes, and then they have until 10:30 that they could call me. So it's exciting, but I'm very nervous. Hi, this is Allie. Good, I'm doing great. How are you doing, Jennifer? It's a perfect time. All right. Perfect. Sounds good. Yes. Yes, it is. Yes. Can you hear me? That's okay. No. Nope. Yes, definitely. The only thing I have is the one ear piercing. That's all I have. Nope. Nope. Nothing. Just the one hole in each ear. I do. Yes, and I think I put the fall one at like my first preference and then the fall advantage for the second one. And this was actually one of my questions I had for you. I was wondering if maybe I could just take the fall advantage one off because due to graduation and everything, I don't know if I'd make it down there in time and I just didn't want to have to worry about it. So the fall program would be the best for both of us, I think. Oh, perfect. Sure. Yep, that sounds great to me. I'm not going to have any other obligations at that time. Just with graduation and everything in May, I didn't want to have to decline or anything just for that. So I figure it's easiest. Yes. Every year that I've been in college, I've had roommates. like I said, I was a senior, or I'm a senior now, but my freshman year and my sophomore year, I actually shared a room with another girl. And I've had up to 5 roommates before living in the same apartment complex with me. And now currently I live with 3 other girls. That's okay. Did you get my answer or do you need me to repeat anything? Perfect. That's true. Definitely. I've had plenty of experience with that in college, and it's exciting for me because when I grew up, I was always kind of in my own room. My sibling is 6 years younger than me, so I didn't have anybody really with me. So now being in college and always having another girl with me and just being a friend that's kind of built in all the time to support you, I'm really receptive to that. I've loved it so far, my 4 years here at Southern Illinois, and I really look forward to doing it in Florida as well. Definitely. Probably the hardest thing for me is I'm very organized and neat, and I like to have everything clean, especially like my dishes and that sort of thing. I don't like to let them sit for long after I've cooked something. And one of my roommates that I'm actually living with now isn't super huge on staying up to date on dishes, which I mean, that's her preference. We don't have a dishwasher, so that's not something we can really do. But we just kind of had a disagreement on like how often we should be doing the dishes, who should be doing whose dishes. And we just kind of talked about it. I sat down with her personally. I didn't want to have to call her out in front of my other roommates because that would be kind of awkward. So I just talked to her personally about it, and she's also one of my good friends. So it was easy to kind of address it without being rude or anything. And we got that figured out and sort of set up a schedule to do the dishes at least once a week, definitely. Definitely. So, of course, and I'm sure you hear this all the time, Disney is my passion, and it's just something I've always loved in my life. And we've had so many great family memories. But within the company itself, I think there's a lot of networking opportunity. I'm sure you saw in my application, I'm a nursing major, which kind of seems like it wouldn't exactly fit in. But I think it's a great way for me to build skills with my bedside manner and getting used in stressful situations. I think that would be really good for me. But also, things I can contribute is I'm really good under pressure and I'm used to working long hours and being kind of tired sometimes when you're working because it can definitely be exhausting out in the heat for a long time. I definitely think that nursing, we try to give everyone the best service we can in regards to our patients. And at Disney, the patients are our guests, and I think I could do a really good job just always trying to maintain the best service that we can give them and give them the best experience. Yes, yes. Sure. So that was at Maurice's, which I'm not sure if there are any Maurice's chains in Florida. Okay, perfect. Yes, they're definitely more of like a northern or Midwest thing, but they're definitely a big company up here. It's a women's clothing store, and as a sales associate, you start off just kind of doing the typical stocking and putting out the new clothes, folding the clothes, putting on the security tags and whatnot. But then as you have been there a little longer and you get a little bit more comfortable, you start to take on your own clients that come in and they can come in, they tell you what they're looking for, and you can get their sizes from them, and you kind of build a wardrobe for them personally, and then take them to the dressing room with their clothes already in it and say, hey, I picked you out these awesome outfits. I thought these would be great for you to try on, and if you need anything, you just let me know, and I have definitely some more recommendations for you. And so you kind of you're doing some sales work, but you're also building a relationship with someone that's going to come back again and again to that store. Definitely. The time that comes to my mind, it was within my first few months of working there, so I was pretty new and I was pretty nervous still. Um, I was checking a woman out, and I had helped her get her dress together. I think she was going to a cousin's wedding, or she was going to a wedding that she needed a dress for. And I was checking her out at the cash register, and she goes into her purse to pay, or to get her credit card out to pay, and she goes, "Oh, I already gave you my credit card. You have it. I don't have it with me." And I just had to kind of remind her, like, "Oh, I didn't take it from you. We don't take money or cash or credit card or anything before you get your outfit sold to you. So I definitely don't have it with me, but we can go ahead and look around the store if you want to find it." And she was pretty upset with me and pretty adamant that I had taken her credit card already, and that it was behind the counter or something, and that I had dropped it. And so I helped her look all around the store. I showed her behind the counter, which we're not typically supposed to do with our customers, but I really wanted to show her that no one had taken her credit card. So I walked around the store with her, and we actually found it on one of the shelves she was looking at for a jean jacket, and she had accidentally set it there. So it worked out in the end, and she was very happy with me and actually really apologetic that she had accused us of taking her credit card. But it was all on my own, that I just had to kind of show her around the store and prove to her that nothing bad was going on, which was stressful for me because I knew I didn't have it. But it actually worked out really well, and she came back to the store after that, definitely. Oh yeah, me too. I was panicked. Definitely. So within nursing school, it was this time last year, actually, I was at St. Louis Children's Hospital for one of my clinicals, which was pediatrics, obviously. And I had never really thought about it before and wanting to be a pediatric nurse, but I fell in love with it, and I loved being with the kids and playing with them. You got to do Play-Doh or coloring or watching movies and that sort of thing. And even when they were sick, I really fell in love with being with children and trying to make them smile. And so that was the biggest reason for me why I put children's activities and also the Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique, because I really love working with kids and trying to make them smile and have a good time. And I think being at Children's Hospital was a really good introduction for me to that. And I think I would do well in that sort of situation within the children's activities. Yes. Yeah. So definitely. Are you asking in regards to the children's height, or is like the attraction just physically? Yeah. Oh yeah, that's totally. I'm definitely interested in all of that. Definitely. Yeah, definitely they'd be disappointed, and I totally remember when I was a kid and that happened to me, and it makes you feel smaller than you actually are too. But I would just kind of address them with, "Hey, there's so many other rides that you can do," and hopefully try to get them really excited to ride those other attractions. Like let's say I was talking about Tower of Terror or the Rock and Roller Coaster. If I was working there and they were too short to do that, I'd say, "Oh well, there's a lot of really fun stuff that you can do within the park. Toy Story Mania, which is super interactive game, definitely you can totally get on that ride, and there's no height requirement, and that's definitely one of the other things that you can check out." And then also in the future, maybe after a year or so, when you get a little taller, you can always come back and experience this ride. It'll always be here waiting for you. Yes, definitely. Definitely. I think I put that one down because really good at talking to people and also trying to get them to be as happy as possible. I know a lot of the time when you're a seater, you have to deal with guests that are sometimes upset about how long they're going to be waiting or the reservation isn't quite ready yet. And I think I could do a good job trying to talk to them and keep them excited about being able to get into the restaurant. I have a lot of experience within my springboard job here at SIUE, which is the orientation. I talk to groups of unhappy parents quite a lot with their students and in large groups of people, and I feel like I could do a good job as a seater as well. Perfect. Perfect. Yes, I believe so. I don't think I should have any issues physically or being able to do any of the stuff like with talking or performing any of the parts of the roles that I put down. No, I should be okay. Okay. Mm-hmm. Yes. Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. Perfect. Perfect. On the program itself, I was just kind of curious if I do get selected, if you had any recommendations on what sort of classes I could take. Since I will already be done with my degree, I would have a lot of time, I feel like, outside of work to get involved in some of the courses that are offered. I didn't know if you had any recommendations. Okay, perfect. Oh, that's okay. Perfect. I was just kind of curious about that, but that's totally okay. Definitely. I'm so excited about that. That's one of the biggest things I've been excited for too, is just being, because I'll be out of nursing school at that point, and I'll be able to really delve into everything I want to experience through those courses with Disney. That's definitely something I'm excited about. All right, I did want to ask you too. Did you have like a favorite Disney memory that kind of inspired you to work within the Disney company, or what sort of led you down that path? Oh yeah, I totally get it. That's awesome that it was sort of in your blood that way. That's really cool. That's awesome. Definitely awesome. How long have you been working there? Oh, that's awesome. That's so exciting to me to think about. I'm just really excited for the opportunity if I get selected. That's really cool that you got to do that. Yes. Thank you so much for the opportunity. I really appreciate it, and I hope you have a magical day as well. Thank you. You too. Bye. I don't know how that went, but it's over, and I'm smiling. I don't know. I will post this if I hear anything back soon. I will let you guys know if I got accepted or not, because I have no idea. It's over.